I'm joined live on the line with Good Grief Maestro Barry Connell. How's things, Barry?
Not too bad, mate, not too bad.
So you're about to make your first ever appearance here in Northern Ireland. What can the clubbers expect to hear from Barry Connell?
Well, the colours, the only thing I can really say is I try and keep it as interactive as possible with the crowd. The crowd play a big part in every set that I do, and I can guarantee there'll be plenty of energy and plenty of drive. That's all I can guarantee, and hopefully they can enjoy it as much as I do anyway, that's for sure.
You've already been described as technically superb and versatile, and the new Eddie Halliwell. It must be a great honour to be called that.
Well, it's two things. I always say that. It's an unbelievable achievement to be even mentioned in the same breath as Eddie, because basically he's the best DJ on the planet in my eyes. But also, I just don't want people to think that's what I'm trying to be. I'm always trying to be unique, and hopefully one day I'll just be Barry Connell and not have that tag. But as I say, it's just it's unbelievable to be mentioned in the same breath as him, because he's just amazing, and it's a compliment more than anything else.
Can you tell me how you, as yourself, Barry Connell, broke into the DJing scene?
Well, funny enough, there was a record shop in Oxford called Massive Records. I'd been buying records from for a while, and what happened was Eddie had started buying records from them, and a CD that I'd sent down to Massive got forwarded on to Eddie, and I then got in contact with him when he played the Arches in Glasgow just to see if he liked it, and him and his brother Simon, who's now my manager, absolutely loved it, and it just kind of went from there really. Still a bit of shock on my part that it all happened that way, but that's how it happened, I'm afraid.
So as much as being mentioned as the new and the next best thing to Eddie Halliwell, you're still sort of a bit shy in yourself?
Well, I just still can't really believe it. I can't believe it's all kind of happened, and I'm privileged to be playing anywhere at all, and that's why I just give every single set I play, I put my heart and soul and all 100% energy into it, because it's just as I say, a pure privilege to be playing anywhere at all, never mind the clubs that I'm getting to play.
If you were to give advice to an up and coming DJ, what would you say?
It's a hard thing to do. It's definitely not as easy as what everybody makes out, but the one piece of advice that I would give anybody that's up and coming and want to break into the industry is be original. You must be original, because otherwise you're just going to blend in to the background. I think if they're just a heads down kind of guy, be original, give a bit of energy, and I would also say if you can start touching on the production side of things, because it's always a help.
So talking about the production side of things, can we expect to hear anything in the near future from yourself?
Well, it's been an ongoing discussion for a long time with my manager Simon, that I should be getting my finger out, so to speak, and getting in the studio. And finally, I think with everything coming together at the moment the way it is, DJing and gigs all doing so well, and starting to get some international stuff, I think this is a year where I'm in talks at the moment, and this is a year where I think you'll definitely, by the end of this year, have heard something from me. That's all I can really say at the moment, but there will be something from Barry Connell on a production front this year at some point.
Well, something exciting to look forward to?
Well, hopefully there'll be something that people won't be too disappointed when they hear it. We've got plenty of ideas, so hopefully something works, that's for sure.
So as well as being on the Good Grief label, you're now the bi-monthly resident DJ at Inside Out at the Arches. How did that come about?
Well, that all started through being a guest. I had guested a couple of times at Inside Out through the Good Grief name, obviously. My name had got known down south, and Good Grief had said an Inside Out booked me. But I think Simon Boy, who runs Inside Out, and Simon Halliwell had a couple of conversations about it, and decided that they wanted to make me resident. And to me, it's an absolute honour and a dream really, because that's the club that I grew up in every single month without fail, Inside Out, for years, 4 or 5 years solid. So to be part of it is just a dream come true. it's just still that's the one thing that I still really can't believe I've been asked to be resident at that place.
Now, getting back to the fact that you're still really young, you're only 24, it has to be said you're doing really, really well for yourself. Where can you expect, or where indeed would you like to see yourself in maybe 5, 6, 7 years' time?
Well, that's a good question. I honestly, I would be happy being where I am at the moment. Obviously, I'd like to be a wee bit busier and a wee bit more well known. Maybe have a couple of tracks out. But I'm just so privileged to be playing. As I said earlier on, I just take each gig as it comes. Sorry for the cliche, but that's just the way I look at things at the moment. And if the future picks up, then it's a total bonus. Every gig's a bonus to me, and here's hoping that I can further myself. But as I say, I'm overjoyed at the way things are going at the moment. So fingers crossed it keeps going that way.
Eddie Halliwell's looked upon, and in fairness, he is practically one of the best DJs on the planet. So I have a slight feeling Eddie Halliwell's name will be mentioned. Who would you class as your top 3 DJs right now in the world?
As you say, I think you just said one. Eddie is by far my favourite DJ. I know he's a mate, and that might be a bit biased, but before I knew him, I was just awestruck at his sheer talent. So Eddie, definitely one of them. Carl Cox, seeing as he's just an absolute legend, and it was probably through him that I started getting the ear for DJing. And thirdly, that's a good question. I'd probably say someone along the lines of maybe Adam Sheridan, just for the sheer fact that he's on the trance scene. I don't think there's anybody better, and he's always very, very innovative. And I know that might be biased because he's on the Good Grief stable, but I would probably say Adam, I think.
Do you believe that the top 100 DJ polls each year is accurate, or a popularity contest?
Well, I think in some aspects there's some accuracy, but when you see the likes of Eddie being voted in 19th, I think sometimes there might be some misdemeanors, shall we say. So a bit of both.
Now, it has to be said, he is one of the most energetic DJs come around, just because he's on the Good Grief label. When you see his sets, do you take a wee piece from it and think, you know, maybe if I did this like Eddie, not so much copying him, but taking a bit from him, do you think that would maybe enhance you as a DJ?
I know, yes and no. I watch him and I'm inspired by him, totally. But what I try not to do is copy him because of the similarities already. Always try and be my own person when I'm DJing. But I do look at him and see just what can I now do to go that next level. Every time I see him, he does something where you're dumbfounded. So yes and no to that. It's hard. I definitely don't want to copy anybody because, as I said before, you've got to be original. But yes, he definitely inspires me to go home and have another 5 or 6 hours practice.
So you're giving Judgment Sunday to go then this summer. Can you tell us what we're going to expect from that?
Well, same again. I've just interaction, energy and drive always. I managed to play the closing party last year, and it's definitely one of the highlights of my DJing career. And for Jules to get me back, it's just awesome, unbelievable. So yet again, I'll be putting every single part of energy in my body into that set, and hopefully get another booking on the back of it.
The Arches, it's been well documented that the Scottish crowd, and particularly the Northern Irish crowds, are one of the largest crowds in the world. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think Scotland and Northern Ireland, in this massive planet, can give more than everybody else?
I'm going to be simple and say beer and whiskey. I don't think I know any other two nations that can drink quite like we can. So I'd probably say that. I think. So the fact that there's just no inhibitions at all from either crowd. The time I've been to Northern Ireland, it's been the exact same, noisy and in your face, which is the clubs that I love playing at. I just love getting back from the crowd, what I give to them, and I'm always guaranteed that in Ireland all the time. So I'm really excited about coming over.
When you're DJing, do you use the effects that Adam would use, like final scratching, or are you just your own DJ? You do what you want to do?
I'm my own. I always agree that and think that I love being part of the mixer. The mixer is just an extension of me, so I try and minimise the use of as much digital equipment as I can. I wasn't overly impressed with the CDs coming in, but now it's part of everyday life for me. It's now all CDs, but to the extent of final scratching, everything, it's just not me. I'm much more hands-on and getting fully involved in what I'm doing. So no, I try and be my own man.
Barry, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
But and you, and I'm extremely excited about coming over, so can't wait.